Hello, everyone. Welcome to More English with Jeff. All right, it is Jeff time. We're going to learn. I hope that this time can actually be maybe even more beneficial than my teaching in person because there aren't things around you distracting you, and I have lessons for each age group. Okay, so this is going to be awesome. Just as before, we have the breakdown of kindergarten, first and second grade, third and fourth grade, fifth and sixth, and the lessons for each age group. Okay, so if you don't are not in a certain age group, feel free to skip ahead in the video or stop watching. If you're kindergarten, you don't need to watch first and second grade. You can just skip ahead to after the end of Jeff time. Okay, so without further ado, in the grammatically incorrect words of Kevin Hart, if you're wondering who Kevin Hart is, that is this fine comedian right here. You gonna learn today, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about the alphabet because some of you guys don't know any English at all right? So there are big letters and there are little letters, and I'm going to show you the letters for each one. All right, so follow along with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right, now the small letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, wow, a lot of letters, right? So we're not going to learn all of them today, but I do want to go through this one more time with a song, okay? So, are you ready? All right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right, very good. Without further ado, let us cover letter A. Okay, so letter A, as we saw, has a big letter and a small letter. And letter A can make many sounds, but the sound we want to focus on today is its short sound. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Letter A says ah, ah, ah. All right. Some words that start with letter A are apple and alligator. Apple and alligator. Then we have letter B. Letter B has a big letter and a small letter. Letter B says b, 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 b. Can you say it with me? B, b, b. It says words like banana and bunny. Bunny. Banana and bunny. All right. Then we have letter C. Letter C has a big letter and a small letter. Letter C makes a sound k, 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 It says words like cat and carrot. Okay? Then we have letter D. Letter D has a big letter and a small letter. Letter D says D, 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 D. Can you say it with me? D, D, D. All right. It says words like dog, dog, and dad, dad. Just to be clear, this is the dad, and this is his daughter, and his daughter is putting on lipstick. Okay? I think he's probably a good dad. All right. Next, we have letter E. Letter E has a big letter and a small letter. Letter E makes a sound eh, 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 eh. Okay, letter E says words like eggs, eggs, and elephant, elephant. Then we have letter F. F. F has a big letter and a small letter. And letter F makes a sound f, 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 f. It says words like frog and flower, frog, flower. Okay, so that's all the letters that we're going to cover today. It was a lot, right? 6 letters. So by the end of 4 weeks, we should be through the whole alphabet, okay? Alrighty. So I hope you paid attention and that you were able to learn. And I hope you weren't too bored and didn't fall asleep. And if you did, you can just rewind the video and watch it again. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye. First and second grade. We're talking about shapes and colors today. Last week we talked about toys and where we can find them if we lost them and those kind of directions. Now I want to start talking about things that'll help us describe maybe what toys would look like or what things look like in the world around us. Okay, so we have a red circle and a blue oval. You can see that the red circle is perfectly round, but the blue oval is long on one side and shorter on the other. Okay? On the next slide, we have a green square and a yellow rectangle. Now, the green square is equal on all sides. They're the same length, but the yellow rectangle is long on one side and short on the other. The shape is a rectangle, and of course the color is yellow. Okay. Here we have a purple triangle. A triangle. This shape is a triangle. Its color is purple. Just a quick review. The colors we saw were red, blue, green, yellow, and purple. And the shapes that we saw were circle, oval, square, rectangle, and triangle. Last week we talked about directions, like maybe your toy is on the countertop, maybe your toy is next to the chair or in between the chair and the table, something like that. We're going to use those directions again in the next slide. So if you can remember next to, under, to the right of, to the left of, I think those will help you. Okay? So looking at all these shapes, I have some questions for you. Can you find the green circle? Can you point to it? I'll give you some time. Pause the video if you need to. Can you find the orange square? Can you find the purple triangle? Okay. So if you were able to find it, here's the green circle. Here's the orange square. Here's the purple triangle. Okay. Just erase those before we go to our next questions. What shape is to the left of and next to the green circle? What shape is to the left of and next to the green circle? Because there are many shapes next to the green circle, but only one is to the left of it and next to it. Okay. Next question. What shape is under the red square? What shape is under the red square? All right. Now I'm going to give you the answers. Pause the video if you need a little more time. Okay, the red square is to the left of the green circle, and it is next to it. We also have this shape, and this shape, and this shape, and maybe this shape next to it. Maybe diagonals aren't next to. It probably depends on who you talk to. But what shape is under the red square? That's a little bit easier. It's the purple triangle. All right. Okay. So we saw a lot of purple triangles today. Triangles can be other colors than purple, of course. Um, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. And if you need to study, please review and watch the video as many times. Hopefully you didn't fall asleep, but you can always rewind if you did. Okay, bye-bye. Moving on to third and fourth grade. All right, so last time we talked about doing things and things like running and swimming and things that are happening right now. When we talk about things that are happening right now, we use ing, we use a progressive tense, okay? So some new words and phrases that you're going to need to know for this lesson is will be, going to, doing, was, yesterday, today, tonight, and tomorrow. And so I want to show you that when we add ing, we can use that ing to talk about something that's already happened earlier, or will happen tomorrow, or is happening right now. So we look at this timeline, this picture right here. That was a very bad circle, so I'm going to erase it. And we see that John calls at 8 o'clock. We'll say that 8 o'clock is right now, okay? So whatever time you're watching this, forget what time it is. It's 8 a.m. right now. John calls. But guess what? I'm sleeping. I am currently sleeping when John calls, and I was sleeping. I was sleeping at 7, which is in the past, so I was sleeping. And I will be sleeping still at 9 a.m., which is in the future. So I will be sleeping, will be at 9 a.m. I could also say that I'm going to be sleeping at 9 a.m. And if he asks what was I doing or what I will be doing, I can say I was sleeping, I am sleeping, I was going to be sleeping. Although it doesn't really make sense for me to say any of those things since I'm asleep. So we also need to know that yesterday talks about the day that happened already. Today, tonight, meaning that's today, but at night, and tomorrow. We can use the progressive tense, ing, for any of these times, so long as we use the right words before. Okay? All right. So here's some example sentences. What will you be doing tonight? I could say, tonight I will be eating dinner with my family. Another question might be, what will you be what were you doing yesterday? What were you doing yesterday? And I might answer, yesterday I was playing with my friends. What will you do tomorrow? Tomorrow I will be staying inside. Okay, so I don't need to actually do the introduction of the time, tonight, yesterday, and tomorrow. But if we want to be very clear, we can use those words, although it's not very natural. Most people would just say, I will be eating dinner with my family. What were you doing yesterday? I was playing with my friends. What will you do tomorrow? I will be staying inside. So we'll skip that first word. Okay? So let's try making some sentences on our own. What will you do tomorrow? Well, you'd probably start with the sentence with I will go. You could say, maybe these are the activities that you're going to go to tomorrow. I will go hiking with my friends. I will go swimming in the ocean. I will be staying inside or swimming in the ocean. I will be and I will go are interchangeable in many cases, but for staying inside, we can't go to stay, right? So going and staying don't work, but I will be staying inside does work. But in both cases, we can say I will go swimming in the ocean or I will be swimming in the ocean. Okay? All right. What did you do yesterday? Maybe if you're asked this, you could say something like I was watching TV, hiking with my friends, listening to music, or whatever. So practice making some sentences on your own. Maybe write them down, whatever. Okay, fifth and sixth graders. So we're going to talk about asking for directions. Um, Last week we talked about geography, north, south, east, and west, and we're going to try to reuse those in some capacity today. But we're also going to talk about how those things might not be useful in certain situations. So, without further ado, here are some words to know. Convenience store. Convenience store. You might know them as 7-Elevens or CEUs, but that's known as a convenience store. Bus stop. You've probably seen plenty of these. Restaurant names, In-N-Out Burger. So if you're asking where to find a restaurant, you're not going to ask, where is the restaurant because that's not very specific. It's kind of vague. People don't know which restaurant you're talking about. And you're probably not going to use restaurant in the sentence. You're going to ask, where is In-N-Out Burger? Where is Gimbap Bilbanji? Where is um, McDonald's? You don't ask, where is McDonald's restaurant? That's not very natural, right? So, um, here's how you can ask for directions. Where is the closest convenience store? Where is the closest convenience store? Where is the bus stop? Excuse me, where is McDonald's? Or where is Kimbap Ilbanji? Or 300 Kalbitang? Or any restaurant of your choosing? Or where is Changwon University? Where is uh, City 7 Theater, something like that. But a specific question, just where is, and then blank, whatever. And excuse me is really just more formal. You don't have to use it, but it's more polite. Um, if you already have someone's attention, maybe it could be considered rude in America because you're wasting their time with extra words. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. But excuse me, you can think of just like 실례합니다, right? It's trying to get their attention. 여기요, 저기요, excuse me, that kind of thing. All right, where is the restroom or bathroom? Probably going to be the most important to know, right? And then how might they respond? They might respond with a variety of directions, such as, oh, it's across the street, it's up the road, 2 blocks down, next to, those kind of things. Up the road means continuing along the same way that is hopefully pointed or indicated by the stranger, or the same way that you're going. 2 blocks down is kind of the same thing, but indicated with their direction. So you're gonna have to pay attention to what way that they're pointing. And a block is, well, we'll describe what a block is in a future slide. But a block is a measurement of space in a city, and it's measured by roads. Okay, so next to, of course, you know that. You can say that 300 Kalbitang is next to McDonald's, right? Okay. Now, using north and south from last lesson, you might get directions that are more specific. Um, or you can also hear take a left or turn left. Those mean the same thing. Take a right, turn right. Those mean the same thing. Okay. More specific directions on the north side of the street, head south. So you'd have to know which direction is south, but we all have cell phones, right? So we can look at GPS and see like, oh, I'm going this way is south, um, this way is east. So GPS can really help you there. Go east along this road for 2 kilometers. That's going to be a very specific direction. You got to know the distance, 2 kilometers, and you need to know which road, and you need to know the direction. But it's telling you 3 separate things. Go east along this road for 2 kilometers. Okay? Okay, so here's an activity. We're going to follow from some point on the map and try to get to a location that I'm guiding you to. All right, you might not be ready for this yet, but hopefully after instruction, you will be. Okay, so as I said before, a block is something that's kind of hard to describe, but we think of it as being separated by uh, 2 streets along a continuous street. So if I'm heading down this street right here, so we think of this whole map, if you will, as a grid of somewhere like New York City or something like that, where all of the blocks are the same distance. The grouping of buildings and the separation of streets are pretty even. That isn't necessarily the case in New York City, but New York City is known for being a grid-built city. Okay, so if I'm going down this street, I've passed from this point to this point. There have been 2 blocks. This is a block, and this is a block. Okay, so if I say, starting here, turn right or face right, face that direction, and go down 2 blocks, I will end up right here. Okay? So, now I want you to listen very carefully. I'm going to erase these previous markings. All gone. We're going to start from the star, and what I want you to do is listen very closely to my instructions, because I'm going to tell you to turn right and turn left and go down 2 blocks. And whenever I say down, I mean from the direction you think you're already facing. Okay? So from the star, I want you to face towards this direction right here. Okay? So go down 3 blocks. From the star, go down 3 blocks. Then turn right, go down 2 blocks. Turn left, go down 1 block. And take a right and go down 2 more blocks. You should end up right here. Okay? But it might have been hard to follow because there were a lot of rights and lefts, and uh, you might have lost track of which direction that you're facing, and down can kind of be confusing if you're not sure of which direction you're going. So on the next slide, I'm going to make it easier for you. Okay? All right. All right. So here we have northwest, east, south. Now we're starting at the star right here, and I'm going to tell you in terms of west, north, south, and east, which way to go. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to do, starting from the star, is head west 2 blocks. Then go south 3 blocks. Then go east 2 blocks and north 1 block. All right? You should end up right here. Okay? Right there. West 2 blocks. South 3 blocks. East 2 blocks. And north 1 block. All right? So, hopefully that was helpful to you and you didn't fall asleep and that made sense. Um, we'll continue with directions and making some more like natural responses and sentence formulation next week. I hope you guys are staying healthy and not being too bored at home. Remember that God has purpose for us in every day, and we can use this time to get to know Him better. Be blessed. I love you all, and have a great week.